Okay, so right here, finding missing angle using trig ratios. So we have steps that we're doing to this, and every time we're actually doing this, you're using the calculator, and the calculator is going to help us out. So what we need is our calculator. So if I paid attention yesterday, what mode is my calculator in? Yeah, it's going to be in degrees, so please turn it on and check to see that it says degrees right now. So right here in your upper right hand corner it should say degrees. Right? So we have degrees there. Okay, so it says label a side in relation to the reference angle theta. If this is theta right here, okay, same goes by what we've been doing for the last 2 days. So first, this one over here is going to be called my opposite. This one over here is, and my third side is, very good. Now, let's go through and label what we have and what I'm going to use. Okay, I have this one, and I have this one right here. So this one only gives you 2 values. Okay, sometimes you're going to have all 3, so you're going to have to decide which values you want to use. So you could choose which sine, cosine, or tangent you're going to use. But on this one right here, if you notice, from this reference angle here, I have adjacent given to me, and I have hypotenuse. So class,
yes.
What ratio is adjacent and hypotenuse? I heard one good answer and the other one sarcastic. So you could check. You could flip the page over, right? And what do we come up with?
That would be
Adjacent hypotenuse is? Cosine. Very good. It is cosine. Okay, so we have cosine. So we're going to have cosine. So I'm going to set it up. So cosine of my reference. So this one's going to be cosine theta is equal to. Now, cosine's always adjacent over hypotenuse. So my adjacent here is 10 over hypotenuse, which is 10 over 11. Now, whenever we're trying to actually find the angle, you're going to do something that's called the inverse. Okay? You're going to do the inverse when you're trying to find the angle. So I'm going to show you mathematically what your inverse should look like. So if you're trying to solve your variable here, which is attached to your cosine, it's your reference angle. So you're going to turn this into 10 over 11 equals inverse cosine of, snap, I did it the wrong way. Sorry. So it's theta equals inverse cosine of 10 over 11. There we go. Okay. So I was actually rewriting the same thing again. I shouldn't have. So theta, so my variable goes outside to the other side of the equal sign. So I'm switching my theta with the number over here. I switch theta and the number, and that changes it to an inverse. Now, theta is the thing that is missing that I'm looking for. So this is my unknown value. So once I get this thing by itself, now I can enter this piece right here in the calculator. So let's go ahead and do that, please. Now, when I'm doing this on my calculator, hit the trig button, and if you notice, the inverse are already set up for you here. So inverse cosine is right here. So inverse cosine, set up my fraction, control divide. And there's my 10 over 11 right there. Hit enter. And I'm going to round this to a tenth. So it's going to be 24.6 because that 1 doesn't make it go up. So theta is going to be about 24.6. What are my units here? It's not units. Degrees. Very good, very good. Because we're measuring an angle, and the angle, see, I'm overemphasizing this right here. Giant degree symbol there. So it's going to be in degrees. Make sense? So angles are always measured in degrees. Okay? don't forget your degree symbol. It says it right there. Look, I'll even highlight it for you. Bam, look at that. Alright, so now, for this one right here, make sure your degree mode, press trig button, arrow down, find inverse for what you're looking for, enter your ratio in the parentheses. Now, let's take a look at this next one here. Now, reference angle. What is my reference angle here?
Angle D.
It's going to be angle D, right? Angle D, so that's my theta, right? I'll accept angle D or theta. Okay, so from there, what do I do? Across. So this one over here is called my
Opposite.
opposite. Very good. That one is
Opposites.
hypotenuse.
We in science.
Okay. And my third side is
Adjacent.
adjacent. Very good. Now, from this reference angle right here, what am I working with? I heard it. Opposite and adjacent. Very good. Opposite and adjacent. Right? So that guy that gave me a smart answer last time, he's going to give me the answer for this one. I'm not going to say his name. So yes, the sarcastic answer I'm talking about. So do me a favor. Now I know you're looking at your notes right now. I'm recording. I really don't want to actually like call you out on the video. Okay. So in your notes, you know if you have opposite and adjacent, what ratio is that supposed to be? Bro, come on. I said look at your notes. It's right there. You have to open it up.
Tangent.
Tangent. Very good. So we're going to be using tangent because tangent is opposite over adjacent, right? So I'm going to set it up. So tangent of theta, it's always tangent of whatever my reference is equal to 8 over 8. It's always opposite over adjacent. Does that make sense? Yeah, hopefully, right? Now, I'm going to rewrite it using inverse. So I'm going to switch places with these two things right here. So I'm going to say that theta is equal to inverse tan of 8 divided by 8. There you go. Trig inverse tan 8 over 8. 45 what?
Degree. Angle. Degree.
Thank you. So theta is going to be equal to, there's no rounding, is there? No rounding, so it's going to be equal to exactly 45 degrees. ¿Está muy fácil?
Sí.
All right. Now, let's take a look at our practice right here. Our practice has a little bit of yesterday's work and a little bit of today's work on it.
We're doing the whole page?
You're doing the whole thing. So let's take a look. I'm going to help you set this up. Easiest thing would be angle P. All three angles in a triangle have to add up to what? 180. I know that angle Q and angle P together have to add up to 90. 90. Just these two are 90 because these are complementary. These two are complementary. So angle P would be just finding the complement of that. Okay, so we're using this as a reference angle. I'm helping you set it up. My reference angle is 26. This side over here is opposite, put an O. This side over here is, put an H. This last side is. Now, what do you want to solve for first? Say this one.
That one.
Okay. Let's solve for this one. So, if I'm going to use this, that means I'm using the opposite and hypotenuse together. Which one uses opposite hypotenuse? Sine? S-I-N?
Yeah.
Sine. So it's going to be sine. Sine. What is my reference here? 26. You guys paying attention or totally forget what we're doing? Equals. Now, what is sine again? Opposite over. Now, what is my opposite?
Q.
Over. What is hypotenuse?
4.5.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, this is what you're going to do. Now, for right here, my variable is q. What do I do to both sides here?
Multiply by 4.5.
Multiply by 4.5. Those cancel. So I should have my q by itself now, right? So if q is by itself, what do? Q is by itself. At that point, what do you do if you get your variable by itself? Calculator, right?
Yeah.
If you get your variable by itself, then you can put that in the calculator. And it says right here, round to the nearest 10. Alright, I'm going to let you guys work on that. You guys are going to have the rest of the class that I know you're actually going to work because I am confiscating phones now.
It's approximately